There is a very famous quote by Menander. The quote goes like this: "He who labours diligently need never despair, for all things are accomplished by diligence and labour." In other words, a person who works hard does not need to ever lose hope, because everything can be achieved with hard work and labour. Village Machla has proved this dictum through the diligence and dedication of its residents and become an inspiration for other villages to be followed.
Machla, a village in the Indore district of Madhya Pradesh, has become famous due to its beauty, cleanliness, literacy and the self-reliance of its residents. The efforts and the hard work of the villagers has given it a new and distinct identity. The development of any area is dependent on the extent of awareness of its residents and the amount of efforts that they put in. But to create this awareness and to channelize the efforts in the right direction, literacy of its population is a must. Machla's Sarpanch, Mr. Ashok Bhamne, did not wait for any government support or schemes and took on the task of development of this village through his own initiative.
The Nirmal Gram Award was given to us by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. This was possible with the cooperation of all the villagers. Earlier, there was a lot of dirt and untidiness as there was no proper drainage. When the village people reported this to me, I inspired them to take up the works ourselves. I used to lead them in cleaning the village and they followed. We picked up brooms and swept the village and everybody joined in.
Efforts were made at a regional level focusing on education. As a result, every child is now able to obtain education up to 8th standard of the village itself.
Apart from education, Machla has progressed in various other areas too. It was observed that the girls and women folk were not able to go out of the village for purpose of education and work. Keeping this in mind, a Sarvodaya Shikshan Samiti has been established in the village itself.
Various types of training is imparted to the girls and other villagers. For example, generation of gobar gas, irrigation with the help of bullocks, operating motor pumps, charging batteries, operating flour mills, and even weaving clothes with electric handloom machines. The villagers are taught the technique of building durable and beautiful mud houses with soft clay and mud. The village is illuminated with street lights that run on solar cells. The solar energy is stored through these cells and used for lighting up the streets at night.
The use of solar cells indicates that modern techniques have also been used for the all-round development of this village. Along with technological development, special attention has also been given to health and hygiene. There is an Anganwadi for taking care of small children and pregnant women, which provides them with all the necessary medicines required for good health.
The Women and Child Development Department issues us with medical kits. Facilities are also available for vaccinating children and pregnant women. A lady doctor visits regularly to provide necessary treatment and medicines.
The children have a regular health checkup. They are also provided with 2 meals every day. There is also the facility for weighing forest products.
Efforts have also been made to make Machla a clean, neat and tidy village.
In order to make this village clean and hygienic, villagers have built toilets in every house. This is not only important from the point of view of sanitation, but also for the safety of women and children who are not required to go out of the house in the open. Apart from this, a doctor pays a regular visit to the village for examining and treating patients on a daily basis. Such endeavors have helped this village to distance itself from diseases like malaria, cholera, etc. At a little distance from the village, a center for leprosy patients has been set up where they are accommodated. Doctors visit this center from time to time for their treatment.
Due to all these initiatives and achievements in the areas of health, hygiene and sanitation, Machla was awarded with the prestigious Nirmal Gram Award in 2007, along with a cash award of Rs 1 lakh. This award was bestowed by the then President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, to the Sarpanch of Machla, Shri Ashok Bamne. With this, Machla got the distinction of being the first village in the Indore district to have received this award.
The Nirmal Gram Award is given to those villages which are completely clean and hygienic, where every child is aware that attending to natural calls in the open results in polluting the surroundings and environment, and where every house has a toilet.
When we first came here, the village did not have any school. That is why we started a school for basic education with the help of Gandhi Memorial Fund. Later, when the government established a school, we surrendered it and now there is only a government middle school. This is how basic education facilities were developed. However, we have done something more. While children can get education up to the 8th standard in the village, there is no provision for further studies. It is also difficult for the government to set up a higher secondary school here due to lack of adequate land, space and population. Presently, the boys go out to nearby places for pursuing studies after the 8th standard. But it becomes difficult for the girls to do so. So we decided to provide the girls with facilities for continuing with their studies of 10th, 11th and 12th standards, and also link this education with vocational training. For this, we approached the National Rural Resources Committee at Hyderabad and they approved a scheme of such education for this village and a new training school has been established. For the last 3 years, we have been advising students to appear for open school examination instead of the regular school examinations as it has more options. This facilitates setting up of industry. That is the reason that we have provided this option to them. Our aim is to make education self-reliant so that by working for 3 to 4 hours, they are able to generate enough income which would take care of their fees and meals. We are thus trying to bring about self-reliant education for girls after the 8th standard. For this, vocations like agricultural farming, rearing cows, embroidery and computer education are already in place. We have now started training them in areas of health and hygiene so that they can also take up the work of providing health service.
India is an agro-based economy. In spite of the advent of presence of various industries in the modern business environment, agriculture continues to be the dominant occupation. Hence, efforts have been made to develop the agricultural industry with the help of modern techniques and the mutual cooperation of the Sarpanch and the village community. The villagers have taken the initiative and done commendable work in the areas of digging bore wells, preserving water for irrigation and other requirements, and for keeping the water free from pollution. Consequently, they are no longer dependent on rainwater for irrigation of cultivated areas. Moreover, high-quality seeds and manure are used for obtaining better yield of crops. Thus, the fields of village remain green throughout the year.
पिछले 5-6 सालों से हम लोगों ने एक नया काम शुरू किया है.
For the last 5 to 6 years, we have started a new method of cultivation. Nowadays, agriculture has been automated. Chemicals are being used. This has resulted in the problem of pollution. The yield of land and its fertility have decreased. So, for a considerable period, we have started organic farming at this center. This enables cultivation without chemicals, fertilizers and pesticides. We are presently having about 2.5 acres of land which is entirely being cultivated organically. The main organic crops are wheat and jowar, which are being cultivated without chemicals and pesticides. Next, we addressed the problem of lack of energy sources. This was a critical issue in the village, so we were trying to explore ways to solve this problem. We came across the Chinese model of a new type of gobar gas plant, which is a 10 cubic meter plant that can be constructed with the help of a mold. It can be installed in a single day and start functioning within 5 to 7 days. Thus, saving of time is its biggest advantage. Moreover, its fragmentation is fast. This system provides us with combustible gas, and a small generator of 600 watts has also been provided, which supplies enough electricity to run gas geysers.
Considering the all-round development of the village, one can very well see that along with natural beauty, it is equipped with requisite modern facilities and comforts. The progressive residents of this village are now trying for the award of complete employment under the self-employment schemes of the government. They want to enhance the prosperity and well-being of their village even further. Accredited with the current modern and advanced status of the village, they have proved that where there is will, there is a way, and set an example for all other villages of the country to be followed.